Here is the Crescendo Music Education Podcast, episode number 121. This podcast is being recorded on the lands of the Turrbal people. I acknowledge them as the traditional owners of the land and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. They were the first music makers on this land. Hello everyone, and it's Debbie O'Shea here, joining you for the last Crescendo Music Education Podcast episode. No, I'm not. My puppy wants to get out. Hold on a minute. Just pause there. Hello, I'm back. Not only did I let my puppy out, she's very happy out in the yard, I also realised I had naked ears, so I've remedied that. If you're watching, I now have earrings. I do feel quite odd if I'm not wearing earrings. So my earrings are back in. So my final episode for 2024, I had to come up with a little bit of a rhyme like I did for 2023. Never been used before, 2024. It sort of works. You could play around with the rhythm. So here I am. 3 things that I've not used in my music classroom until this year. Now, I know some of you, when I read you this list, you might go, yeah, where have you been, Debbie? Well, I guess I've been in the music room, maybe under a rock in the music room, but these are things that I've done in my music room for the first time. So please, don't be judgmental. I won't judge you. You don't judge me. Okay. I'm going to start with Stephanie Leavell. Now, if you don't know Stephanie, you really should. I can't believe that I didn't until more recently. And now that I use her materials in the lower school, mainly prep, and not only do I love them with a passion, it also is a bit of a voice saver. I'm pretty croaky at the moment just from use, and her voice is such an excellent model, so beautiful to listen to. So there's that added advantage. I think my favourite so far has to be Blowing in the Wind, and I'm going to pop a link to YouTube. Get on her mailing list. She is very generous with her sharing. Support her any way you can. She's just magic. But Blowing in the Wind is one of my favourites. I do love Shaking My Egg as well. Now I'm going to have a little go at playing a little bit of Blowing in the Wind from YouTube. Here's hoping it works, and I hope Stephanie doesn't mind that I'll just play a little bit rather than me trying to sing it, particularly at the moment. Just have a listen to the beginning of this magnificence.
Blowing in the wind, blowing in the wind, my scarf is blowing in the wind, falling down with a whoosh and plop.
And how magic. I'm not going to play it all because I haven't sought permission to pop that on, and I like doing the right thing. Oh, the children just love it. The whoosh and plop, and let it fall on the ground. And during the song they creep and put it into a ball and then throw it up in the air, and it's just full of everything that my students love. So Blowing in the Wind is an absolute must for your early childhood music classrooms, and I can't believe that I haven't done that until this year. It actually makes me want to do it all the way up to my grade 6s. Because I want to say, hey, I'm sorry, year 6s. I didn't know about this song in prep, so I want you to do it now. And the funny thing is, I think my 6s would love it if I did that. But anyway, Blowing in the Wind, new for me this year, as is Stephanie Leavell and all her wonderfulness. So, as Molly Meldrum would say, do yourself a favour, get right into that and go back and have a listen to the episodes of this podcast where she was a guest. So that is my number 1, Blowing in the Wind. My number 2 is Grizzly Bear. Now, I've heard it mentioned quite a bit in the past, and I've heard it on a couple of podcasts, and I just hadn't seen it played or sung. And I thought I'm going to check it out because I like the sound of having the loud part at the end, because I thought I'd heard it was good for, soft and loud. So, Grizzly Bear, which I will just quickly sing for you down a little bit too low, but you'll get the idea. Grizzly Bear, a grizzly bear is sleeping in a cave. Grizzly Bear, a grizzly bear is sleeping in a cave. Please be very quiet, very, very quiet. If you wake him, if you shake him, he gets very mad. Then there's the big mad, the forte at the end. Wonderful. I'll put the notation for you in the show notes, which will be on crescendo.com.au under this podcast episode. So you can get the notation there. Wonderful game. I thought that the kids are going to quite like this game, or the way that I play it anyway. Oh, they love it. They love it. I gave them their free choice recently, and every class went Grizzly Bear. So the kids love it. The way that I play it, and I'm sure there's variations, your way might be better, but my way works and the kids love it. So this is what I'm doing. They stand in a circle and the bear curls up and closes their eyes while we sing beautifully piano. And then on the mad, the child jumps up. Now, the person in the middle, who is the bear, has to point to any child that they see moving. So the children are standing still. When the bear has their back to them, they can have a little wriggle. But if the bear turns and sees them, they point to them, they've got to sit down. So we just have very clear rules. If the bear points to you, sit down. Even if you weren't moving and they made a mistake, just sit down anyway. Because the sooner we can do all of that, then we can start again and play with a new bear. And the students seem to accept that. And I think that's actually a good thing to accept, umpire's decision, that sort of thing. They love it, and they love trying to be sneaky and not being caught. Then we just pick another grizzly bear and do it again. So very effective game that I do with my little ones. And actually, looking at my 3 choices, they're all for my young ones, which I didn't do deliberately. They're just my favourite new things for this year, and they all happen to be early years. This other one is A Little Seed. I actually found A Little Seed on YouTube. I was Googling different ideas for scarves, because at the time I was really into scarves, and we did Blowing in the Wind, and I have quite a few favourite scarf things, and I thought I want a new one. So I found this one and went, oh, it's beautiful. I taught it to myself, worked out the melody from YouTube, and I will sing you the version. I will try to, sorry about my husky voice. I will do that for you now, and I will again put the notation in the show notes on crescendo.com.au. It goes like this. A little seed for me to sow, a little soil to make it grow, a little sun, a little shower, a little wait, and then a flower. So we have a scarf. I'm sorry, I don't have one on me at the moment for the video. Oh, hold on. I think I do. Wait a sec. I'll just pause you. I'll go get a scarf. I'm back. Gee, this is an interesting episode, isn't it? Okay, here we go. I've got a scarf. I forgot I brought a few home from school because I thought they were all at school. So you scrunch your scarf and you hold it into your hand, in one hand. And we poke, I've got to watch the mic, we poke the seed in, then pop the soil on top. I'm hoping you're seeing this. To make it grow, a little sun, a little shower. So those of you who are listening, not watching, little sun, just a nice sunbeam hand, rainbow hand, with the hand without the scarf. A little shower, your hand. This is really hard to explain. Little raining down droplets onto your hand with the scarf. We wait. And then a flower, your hand slowly opens up and the flower is revealed. So let's do it from scratch so you can see it. I'll move the mic a bit closer to me. Here we go. A little seed for me to sow, a little soil to make it grow, a little sun, a little shower, a little wait, and then a flower. And that was the magic flower opening. Again, apologies for my croaky voice. I didn't realise how tired and slightly damaged it is at the moment. But I am hoping that that is enough to give you the idea of how the song goes. And it is beautiful. And if you've handed out your scarves and you've done something with movement, it's nice to then have a quiet, focused song afterwards. So I did a little seed with my grade 1s and 2s. I haven't done that one with my little preps yet. And I probably won't. I'll save that for grade 1. So they are my croaky 3 things that I have never used before 2024. There is Blowing in the Wind by the lovely Stephanie Leavell. There is Grizzly Bear, which I believe is a folk song. Please, I'm more than happy for you to correct me if there is a source that I did not acknowledge, because I really do try to do the right thing there. So feel free to email me anytime about that stuff, info, or about anything really, info@crescendo.com.au. And the good thing is I don't have to spell crescendo to you, my audience, because I tell you what, the number of times I go to a shop to get on their email list or whatever, and I have to spell crescendo. And the shop person will just either look at me and ask me to respell, or they'll just say, it's okay, I know music. So have an email address like info@crescendo.com.au and you will soon find out if you're speaking to a musician or not. And the third one that I spoke about today was A Little Seed. 3 lovely additions to my music classroom from this year. I am going to take this little moment to thank you all very much for listening. I'm hoping that you find these podcasts useful, informative, and inspirational. I would love to hear from you. Anything you've liked, anything you want to see more of. What would you like to see in 2025? Because I am in those planning stages now, and I'll be recording over the Christmas period. And that's one of the reasons why we're having a little pause on these podcasts, because I'm still working full time. So I need to do my recording in my holidays as a general rule. So I will be recording for 2025 in this time that we're having a little break. So I hope you don't mind we're having a break. Go back and listen to all of the fabulous episodes that you have perhaps missed. And also, everything now, I believe, is on YouTube. So you can also watch the episodes and see the amazing people that I have had a chat to over the past couple of years. So have a happy, safe, wonderful Christmas type break, whether yours is long like ours in Australia, or whether it's a bit shorter like those friends in the Northern Hemisphere. But I hope you do have a lovely time, lovely break, and please keep in touch with Crescendo Music Education. I wish you all the very best in your very important job. See you next year. As we know, laughter relieves stress. Don't lose sight of the funny side of life. I asked my husband to rate my listening skills. He said, "You're an 8 on a scale of 10. I still don't know why he wants me to urinate on a skeleton. Thank you so much for watching our Crescendo Music Education podcast. For more information about all things Crescendo, including membership and music education resources, visit us at crescendo.com.au. Don't forget to like and subscribe.